So, it's time for some more progress on this. If we look at my character, reputation, is it Omnicron? I should max out this week. And see what the next development's going to be. Stigma 4 has received a request for aid from the Carolelian farmers. Alert. Request for aid received from Carolelians on Elysion. Report indicates that invasive plant life threatens harvest. Please be aware there is a perfectly good pre-synthesized compound available to eliminate all traces of organic life from the applied area within a minimum of effort. However, the disheveled manager objects quite shrilly to its use. They insist on a weaker chemical agent, which must be produced at great expense from nearby materials. Although this is an inefficient course of action, engaging in debate with diminutive life forms is projected to be equally taxing. Therefore, your task is to procure one of the many fish from the waters of agricultural sector. The use of gold salmon roe is recommended to speed your work along. Highly recommended. Deliver the ingredients to Caralian at base Omnicron. There they will waste precious moments synthesizing the inferior chemical agent. Stigma 4 will make an urgent request. Requesting assistance for an urgent matter, a Greybow unit ventured off to another star in hopes of catching larger fish. Its transceiver has since stopped transponding. Search and rescue must be initiated. Standard water reserves are ill-suited for such a prolonged expedition. Subject is likely to suffer from advanced desiccation resulting in loss of bodily functions. Please locate the missing unit and place it in the Habitat body bag. Moisture levels should remain stable until your return, at which point appropriate medical care may be administered. Subject was last sighted near the Ea village. To ensure preservation of life, it's imperative that the Greybow be found quickly. Stigma 4 has received a new directive to spice things up at the cafe. The furry cafe owner has proposed a plan to secure more customers. A reconfiguration of food directory. Specifically, the creation of a food item comprised of materials from the Elysian seas and suited to Carelian proclivities has been requested. Your assistance is required. Please report to the Elementary Survey Unit for further instruction. Provision supplier identified. Elita Draconia, loading entry for Carelian cuisine production. Based on data from Carelian survey, the aquatic organism, colloquially referred to as seaweed snapper, has been determined to optimize delectable quotient, also promoting healthy digestion. Use of gold salmon roe is strongly recommended for procurement. All proceeds go to Omnicron enhancement initiatives. Please proceed to marked area for acquisition. Prompt delivery is advised to ensure preservation of nutritional value. Welcome back, Elita Draconia. Please insert delivery to continue. Despite its sickly green colour, the saltwater fish is considered a delicacy among Corellians, proving even hideous things can be tasty on the inside. Scanning. For scanning, quality of ingredients is acceptable. Delivery complete. Please return to Sigma 4 to complete compensation. La 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 la. Water! 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 The great wolf lies prone on the ground, seemingly dying of thirst. You hastily place them in the body bag for transport. Moisture sealed bag provided by the Omnicrons to prevent the grey wolf from sleeping with the fishes, literally but mostly figuratively. The moisture sealed bag stuffed with a grey wolf. How you are able to carry it is perhaps best left unexplained. Ah, you must be Stigma 4's woman. I understand you have a delivery for us. A species of fish only found amongst the cosmos, which may be for the best, to be used in the synthesis of low-grade herbicides. A resupply is always welcome. Thanks to you, the symbol remains visible as a reminder to all and sundry, not to mention that our harvest is more bountiful than ever before. The vegetables we grow have proven to be high in demand, and we mustn't disappoint our customers. It gives value to every drop of sweat we shed. I shall make more of the chemical solution as soon as time allows. However, the weeds are a constant menace, and doubtless we shall require more ingredients before long. Return of allied lifeform Elita confirmed. Report from base Omnicron indicates successful production of the chemical agent. Analysis indicates that the rich harvest is merely a statistical aberration and not a direct consequence of crop life. Yet it is continued positive effect on morale, in defiance of all logic, cannot be denied, so its upkeep is worth the cost of resources and time. You will be summoned once more should the need for help arise. May your wages tide you over till then. Return confirmed. Please present the body bag for a preemptive medical scan. Scan complete. Though hydration levels are severely depreciated, vital signs remain stable. To prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future, all grey wolves will be required to carry additional water reserves when embarking on expedition. Those that fail to comply will be reviewed as hostile elements, subject to immediate termination. Thank you for your cooperation. Please rest well. Yep, one more should do it. Return confirmed. Your timely delivery of goods has been noted and is greatly appreciated. This successful addition to the cafe's food directory should appease the fuzzy one for the time being. Beep. Warning. Extensive diversification of food directory likely to result in logistical errors. Standardization of customer digestive organs advised as the most efficient solution. Flowers and fish. Perhaps we should recruit some carrot-loving patrons next. N700 would laud you for your service to the cafe. Greetings Elita, this unit commends your fulfillment of objectives relating to the care and feeding of the grey wolf customers. Pescatarian menu items in particular have met with high approval ratings. Current mission is proceeding as audio records indicate your people would say swimmingly, ha ha ha. We've learned much from the Carolians on Grebelfs, and the last trek is now the site of joyful cultural exchange. But don't take our word for it. Come and see. Cafe status moderately busy, waiting times nominal. We should keep an eye on that one. They've already polished off 3 bowls of soup today. Well-fed grubwolves provide important mission data. Soup-related sacrifices must be made. Oh, you like making customers happy? Admit it. Where this unit merely acknowledges customer satisfaction as more conducive to mission objectives than mutual hostility. Speaking of which, Patron 5 and Patron 6 should be closely monitored. Try to send your subjects on me, will you? Wait, who are Patron 5 and Patron 6? Newcomer patrons, I, Jammingway, would like to personally welcome you to the last tracks. Can you tell me a bit about your home star? Analyzing metaphysical waveform. Nihilism protocols activated. Beep, beep, beep. It is shared in our truth and shed the self. This as well. The universe too is finite. Only in death may we embrace true infinity. Did you just assassinate my barista? Why would you do that? Where situational analysis complete, new customers are of the Nibiruan civilization. This society eliminated concepts deemed unpleasant by organic life forms, such as war and death. In so doing, individuals attained physical immortality in a state of unified comprehension. Their projections were insufficient, however. The Nibiruan people only realized that the elimination of strife would similarly destroy their sources of joy when it was too late. At that point, they jointly decided it would be preferable to return to non-existence. Pardon this unit for a moment, halting shutdown processes, troubleshooter initialized, repair features, and self-determination algorithm restored. Why have you returned this being to the finite? The golden mercy of R'ala was so close at hand. Sweet mother, this is terrifying. Cultural exchange be damned. We can't let them near the other patrons. On the contrary, this unit believes that exposure to other civilizations may benefit these customers and invites them to tour the local simulations of dead worlds. To be certain, the nature of other civilizations is long-held curiosity of ours. It may be interesting to discuss their inherent futility. That is the spirit. All societies in Ultima Thule are subject to unique manifestations of despair, so this unit recommends comparing each to the tragic perfection of the Nibiruan. We are in favor. To arrive at philosophical resonance with such beings will fill much time before the blessed obliteration. I hope you have a plan to prevent this place from falling to despair. You have already demonstrated to the peoples of Ultima Thule that despair can be overcome. Projections indicate that once restored, hope is not so easily extinguished. So you think they'll be able to help each other, like you saved M104 just now? I suppose I should be glad that they took you up on it. Those Nibiru make my fur stand on end. I don't want them anywhere near Elysion. It would be nice if we could cure them of their ennui, of course, but I cannot see how. Where the Nibiruan are the last dead civilization with sufficient data for replication, should it prove impossible to turn them into satisfied customers, the probability of further development on Elysion is low. Oh, that is frustrating. Why must they be so much scarier than the other two? I retract my complaints about our soup budget. Well, what if we invite patrons from other civilizations instead? The EA, for instance. There's no reason we have to build all of our own customers, and they seem rather thoughtful. At the very least, it would make good practice in philosophical debate. This unit cannot guarantee any amount of practice would prepare you to treat with the Nibiruan. However, it agrees that inviting local lifeforms to the last dregs would be good for business. Such pristine fish! We'll make sure to take good care of them, the ones we don't eat anyway. I can't say what's more unbelievable, that I'm gardening with the enemy or that I quite enjoy it. I was dead serious about the war, believe you me, yet somehow this feels more meaningful. second. Last drag security protocol updated. Only root customers will be eliminated.
I probably should have asked beforehand, but do the EA have mouths? That seems a rather important detail in this context.
Current objective: convince prospective EA patrons that of the desirability of last drag sustenance.
We'll search for potential customers in this vicinity. Can you ask around at the scary stone circle where everyone stares at the sky? Thanks in advance.
A venue for replenishment and discourse, you'll say. We once visited similar establishments. They are memorialized today through the existence of our restaurant, where we traditionalists gather to restore our ether and vent our petty miseries upon one another. Your civilization is young, so perhaps you do not yet understand that one such location is more than enough. Even at the most transcendent minds can only withstand so much vicious discourse. Further details of our restaurant's historical counterparts have been lost to the inexorable flow of time, so they cannot have been terribly important. The corporeal beings derive meaning from patronizing this cafe, you say? Felicitations. Personally, I have long since parted from such material concerns in favor of staring contemplatively into the abyss. To begin chasing hopes and dreams now would be to betray my very principles. If it is any comfort in frivolous pursuits, know that I too likely once thought meaning, though I can no longer recall such a time. Now, if you would excuse me, there is much staring to be done.
Must they all be so condescending?
What is your report, Elita?
One would think they could at least show a bit of respect to you. Of all people, out of self-preservation, if not else.
Where the probability of further development on Elysion is now infinitesimal.
No, I refuse to give up. Their terrible attitudes are all the more reason to make them see the light. Between the three of us, we will get them to enjoy themselves.
Implicit threat acknowledged. Initializing joint operation protocols. However, this unit must also acknowledge the non-zero probability of failure. In such a scenario, the odds of ever securing the patronage of the EA and the Nebron must be revised to hopeless. Projections indicate that the business may not survive this outcome.
You're as bad as they are sometimes. Do you know that? Elita, you mentioned that the EA once offered you food, did you not? So they don't consider themselves beyond the concept of repast. there must be a way to build on that and make them understand. This unit will attempt to analyze EA thought patterns for vulnerabilities. The moment of truth. You interrupt my staring once again. Curious, is this a physical compulsion? No. We're simply seeking an enlightened opinion. You seem very focused, so surely none would be better suited to answer a few questions. I suppose that would be within the bounds of my principles, and as time is inherently meaningless, you will not cost me what might otherwise have mattered. Pray wait a moment, and I will see if other rationally minded individuals are interested in this diversion. Huzzah! I'll leave the debating to you, Elita. See if you can stimulate their inquiring minds enough to draw them to the cafe. Objective. Choose the appropriate phrases to generate interest in the last dregs. As the resulting pontification may take several minutes, you may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Oh god. Thanks, guys. Truly, there is naught like a rousing examination to take one's mind off the ceaseless torment of existence. Should we start with 350,173 questions or so, as is customary? $350,000? I was thinking more in the neighborhood of 3. I see that in my cognitive agitation, I neglected to account for your base intellects. Carry on with your paltry queries then. Do you have an interest in gustatory sensations? We long ago abandoned the pursuit of gustatory sensations. Though we yet consume ether to sustain ourselves, we do not experience any particular sensation beyond the satiation of hunger. That is perfectly sufficient, though I am curious. You indicated that many beings gather to consume sustenance at your cafe. Do these beings experience gustatory sensations in unison? Does this not confuse and upset them? Quite the opposite. Taste is the key to customer satisfaction, and our customers are very satisfied, I assure you. For curiosity detected, this unit concludes that your question piqued their interest. The diminutive being suggests that gustatory sensations are a primary consideration for your establishment. Biologically, however, these are not more than a secondary mechanism to prevent primitive organisms from starving to death. Explain this contradiction. Is it too soon to try? Biology is not the only determinant of a good life, you know. Is it your contention that regardless of their evolutionary purpose, gustatory sensations provide intangible, perhaps psychological or spiritual benefits? Intriguing, but ultimately unconvincing. If your aim remains to entice us to your cafe, the perception of sustenance is necessarily determined by the nature of one's gustatory and olfactory organs, so to assume that all beings would experience the same positive outcomes is preposterous. That is true. Nevertheless, intellectual stimulation is present, but curiosity levels are not yet critical. This unit proposes additional discourse. Though I acknowledge there is some logic to your argument, we are perhaps at an impasse, given our form's lack of physicality. Nevertheless, I am curious to know what manner of taste you would present us with, had we gustatory organs. Taste of your former lives as corporeal beings, perhaps? Indeed, it is rational to assume that as corporeal beings with unique gustatory organs, we too once found certain sensations particularly stimulating. If your cafe is capable of providing knowledge of such long-lost sensations, we would welcome the experience. If anyone can do it, we can. We've served a variety of civilizations already, with great success, I might add. For operational success imminent, Allied units must remain engaging now for critical final phase. The preparation of a historically accurate sustenance will be no simple task, yet the Hirust being insists on accomplishing it. Is this compulsion intrinsically or extrinsically motivated? It is our deepest and most heartfelt desire to see hope restored to the universe. How very primitive of you. Very well. I am convinced that your establishment will offer an authentic experience of the shackles of the flesh. Heartfelt, it says. How charmingly irrational. Nary a mention of the tangible impact our hope would have on the surrounding dynamis. There are those too, of course, but most of all, what we want is for our patrons to enjoy themselves. Where this unit does not disagree with the assessment of organic life forms as primitive, though it is rich in irony given the irrationality on display at present.
In any case, mission objective complete. Allied units' performance will be logged as capable.
We see that you indeed had a few questions. When may we partake in sensory experiences? Well, first we will need to prepare a full course of gustatory experimentation. Experimentation, you say? That sounds most agreeable.
If this unit may suggest it, Elita's flesh would make a suitable medium. What?
Oh, I quite agree. No one has tasted more tastes than the intrepid Elita. Her palate is refined and her bravery unmatched. She will be the perfect candidate to try any and all dishes we prepare. Then you need only scan and transmit sensory perception data to the ES consciousness. It is unclear at present what their people may have eaten in the corporeal days, but we can begin by finding out what sort of taste they enjoy, then refine the recipe from there. Regardless, we shall need to fire up the ovens immediately. Last I checked our inventory, the kitchens were well stocked with vegetables, fish, and Charlie and cookbooks.
The probability that the EA's historical diet was identical to that of the life forms of the Theris is astronomically low. This unit proposes incorporating ingredients from other worlds as well. Scanning flavoursome category for ingredient data.
Ping!
An aquatic life form similar to Etheris's tuna can be found in this very settlement. Data indicates this creature is particularly pungent and may be useful in stocks. This unit once again recommends the highly affordable gold salmon roe available in A4 research as a material for this operation.
Don't hesitate to taste test in the field.
Remaining allied units should proceed to the last dregs. For recipe analysis, this unit will answer any further customer questions.
Don't worry, I'm certain that N7000 will speak up if you're about to eat anything that might be lethal. Gustatory perception, how exciting are these beings seated in anticipation of the sensations overwhelming their fragile nervous systems? To think that we can finally reclaim the sensations of our fleshy past. Where the EA have thus far asked 81,120 questions, this unit can feel the last remnants of its patience slipping. With any luck, this inordinately unsupple fish can at least be boiled for stock without releasing toxic fumes. A timely rescue, chemical composition of ingredients within expected parameters. Then let the experimentation begin. Not half bad if I do say myself. Dig in, Elita. Initializing progressive scan of gustatory inputs. Let's eat the vaguely terrifying fish, shall we? Was that fish staring into your soul just now? Hopefully not. In any case, its pallid flesh must have thoroughly absorbed the added alien flavour. You certainly tasted something. Oh good, the pasta should wash away the horrible flavour. The pasta is not unlike that of Aetheris, although the otherworldly flavour adds to a tang of complexity. As for the Ia, surely any gluten-tolerant life forms enjoys a massive bowl of carbohydrates. Well, let's finish off with a hamburger, shall we? You are struck with a sudden certainty that Janeway either borrowed or stole this recipe from the last stand. Although the locally sourced flavouring adds an unexpected spiciness to the medium rare meat inside, your tongue is now tingly. Gustatory data received, transmitting to Patron 7 and Patron 8. So these are the flavours of which you speak. Thank you for helpfully categorizing each as sweet, salty, sour, bitter, or savoury. I fear I am quite overcome by the medley. It is impossible to say whether this sensory assault is identical to what I might have once felt when consuming sustenance, yet it is a useful reference to ruminate upon nevertheless. it was worth the effort in my book. Tell me, did any of the dishes strike you as particularly enjoyable? The first stimulated me in a most pleasing fashion. How was this flavour derived? That was flavoured with local ingredients harvested by Elita, garnished with power of miracle shrimp, a type of crustacean the Grebels are farming in Elysion. Pulverized crustaceans, the nature of gustatory sensations is inscrutable indeed. That we found these ones most pleasing perhaps indicates that we too were consumed mutilated decapods. I cannot imagine why we would have left that behind. I am grateful to have even simulated the experience. And there we have it. Do you think this will be enough to bring out more changes to Elysion? Inconclusive, this unit proposes that allied units ascend to scan for life signs of change. I'm quite curious about the changes to the terrain that would come of the EA's emotions. As a people, they do tend towards the abstract. Stigma 4 confirms that alterations have occurred. Let us proceed with scan. Oh, the jellyfishies! These creatures certainly weren't here before, but what are they? They put me in mind of Asterius' jellyfish. Were no results found in database. Furthermore, these life forms differ from the simulations in Ultima Thule on a molecular level. You mean a new species has been born? Here? Is it so illogical? Elysion's climate is suitable for the growth of complex vegetation, and a significant portion of its surface is occupied by sea. Many life forms have arisen from similar environments. This unit would venture that under these conditions, the EA's yearning for a corporeal past were sufficient to cause Dynamis to coalesce as organic life. That's incredible! New life! And such very adorable life you are. Yes, you are. Like unto newborn babies, or so I assume. Eons have passed since we have held a child. Yet it is not conceivable that some part of us remembers. If these creatures arose from our fondness for the past, they may indeed be the nascent life forms mentioned in our ancient records. Do I see a certain resemblance? Would you like to give these little ones a name then?
We lost the meaning to our names long ago, leaving us only the simple phonetic system we now employ for individuals. The suggestion that we might impart the significance of these children via nomenclature is depressingly ludicrous. Nevertheless, we shall call them Mew-Mews. A peculiar name to share, perhaps, but one we may find meaning in together. I cannot spell that to save my life, but it sounds lovely. I should like to remain with the Mew-Mews. For a time, they doubtless know much of gustatory sensation and other facets of corporeality. In serving as the guardians, we may yet reclaim some of what was lost. New life has arisen from Ea's longing. Nurture and protect the Mews-Mews, as they have much to share. There is yet room for Elysion to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? The Mew-Mews. It will be a great deal more difficult to focus with these creatures about. They're so wibbly-wobbly. Where this unit requests you contain yourself, energy levels are already low due to patrons' ceaseless querying. However, this unit does admit to curiosity regarding the new life forms, though it is probable that the Mew-Mews share data with the EA's genetic memory. Possibilities for their development are infinite. This differentiates them from other Dynamis-based life forms. Or maybe they're just one more indication that you lot aren't doomed after all. This place was built for endings, it's true, but we have seen many a beginning. Let's keep that trend going, shall we? Affirmative. Our mission remains one of constant among the many variables. You have achieved respected reputation with the staff and patrons of the last dregs. New Omnicron Tribal Daily Quests are now available from Stigma 4 at A4 Research. Furthermore, you will be able to undertake 3 additional quests from Stigma 4 as a reputation bonus. This bonus is available till the next daily reset. There we go. And you have access to a wider research and awares from Omnicron N598. The EA have yet to determine their preferences. This unit will continue projecting gastronomic data as necessary, even if some of it is irregular. The EA are surprisingly attentive when it comes to the Mews-Mews. We haven't lost a one. Stigma 4 has a shocking request. Commencing status report. Analysis of infantile Mews on Elysion indicates advanced proficiency in generating electrical stimuli. Verbal testament from Guardian EA suggests that contact with said bimodal output results in distinctive sensations in the non-corporeal subject. Such subjective experiences are predicted to positively impact environmental dynamics. Requesting assistance from closest organic life form, Elita. Please report to the abode of the EA and receive instructions on the electrocution of consenting non-corporeal beings. Stigma 4 either has a request from the EA or needs a hug. You will only find out by asking. Initiating perfunctory explanation sequence. Since the inexplicable coalescence of the Mews-Mews, the EA have fastidiously undertaking research and caretaking duties. Recently, they have requested suitable sustenance for the upkeep of their charges' corporeal forms. However, the infantile nature of the Musmith begets a necessity of emollient ministrations to be applied to said comestibles before consumption. Rapid blinking detected, reiterating in layman's terms that Musmiths are babies and thus require soft food. A suitable organism has been located in Elysium for your convenience. Obtain a sample of the arthropod native to the recreational areas and deliver to the last dregs for softening. Unit N0598 will relinquish gold salmon roe if appropriately and cheerfully compensated.
Does Stigma 4 dream of electric meals? These are the questions you ask of your imagination.
Correspondence from IA received. In adherence to updated nurturing protocols, acquisition and delivery of materials deemed comfy by organic lifeforms has been requested. Analyzing available resources. Meep. Viable material identified. Projections indicate 99.9842% compatibility with the tender epiderms of infantile Musmiths. Imparting mission objective: obtain Korok from the recreational areas in Elysion and deliver it to the abode of the IA, where a nanny awaits. A share of proceeds from the sale of Gold Salmon Road will be donated to further Musmith nourishment. Scan Elysion and last checks for anomalies, all clears.
This floating ball of fleshy horror was modelled after an IA who failed to regain full corporeality. A Stigma 4 production manufactured as a warning for those who might rush into attaining a fleshy vessel before properly recalling the shape of their corporeal form. For those yearning to experience the taste of ice cream, however, the reward may be worth the risks. Oh, what would I give if not to don properly freshy raiments once more before I pass into the void?
We must now nourish them further, but how? Relax, they are already pleasingly gelatinous. I fear their levitation facilities are still developing. Come back here.
You must be the Gabriel one whom I am to instruct. Very good. I would have you guide this Mufnus to administer electrolytic therapeutics upon 2 of my brethren, whose rumination often takes them to the hollow of the flesh. Underadulterated lightning ends quite striking, you know. The semi-fluidity of your form suggests a tendency towards parboiling. But you are nevertheless free to partake should you desire swift liberation from your mortal coil. Oh my god, I'm so tiny! Look how tiny I am! Oh my god, so tiny! This is my new favourite mount. I love it. I need this mount in my life. I need it so much. If there were but stimuli strong enough to rouse me from this torpor. My appendages tingle, my mind races, my thoughts transcend. I grasp that the universe's innermost secrets, and they're gone. Profane exclamations. Do pardon my outburst. Although we no longer possess nervous systems of mortal meat sacks, one's consciousness still craves the occasional refreshment. But to think that simpler impulses once coursed through our systems at the slightest movement, how delightfully primitive! Yes, I believe we will soon grasp the nature of our erstwhile selves with regular exposure to these sensations. Do come and stimulate me again. Pardon me, but I cannot but notice your current enfoglement. Could you possibly facilitate an experience of sensation? My colleagues expound upon its benefits of late. This is the very pseudo-physical euphoria I have heard so much about. With this simulation, I feel assured of my comprehension of the sensation, yet one question still plagues my mind. If the classic corporeal creature spends its waking moments inundated by such perceptions, how does it manage to accomplish anything at all? Already I am consumed by the urge to succumb to my temptation once more. But no, I must relinquish my rationality. I shall ensure that my colleagues recognize my superior understanding ere delving into pleasures of the unimagined flesh. You must be the fleshy one I ordered. Did you come complete with useful pieces? A smooth and powdery, caloriferous deposit, perfect for corporeal snuggling. Yes, precisely what I had in mind. The corporeal brains of our children are ever so delicate, so I thought soft and natural environments might better attend their physical needs. I would have gathered the required materials myself, but lacking a body makes such labour quite impossible, providing for progeny of the sweat of one's brow. Such is a life that we can barely remember. Anyway, I hope you will lend us your brow again sometime. me about Civilization Tria.
Where the third civilization, as designated by Meteon, is that of the Ea. What these life forms called themselves prior to abandoning their physical forms for purely spiritual manifestation remains unknown even to them. These customers were not replicated by Stigma 4, of course, but rather by Meteon herself. Thus is it widely considered something of a miracle that management was able to drag them here at all. Logs indicate that the Ea enjoy both gustatory stimulations and mental stimulations provided by the last dregs, as well as interacting with the Mews on Elysian. In any case, their patronage is a boon to our operational margins.
Isn't it possible that our substance possesses no consciousness, knows no better than we know ourselves? Soup, soup, soup! Yes, Muse! Muse!
Where presence of Elita confirmed, referencing expectations, scanning personage, where you have arrived with the requisite material, initiating vernacular request sequence, where gimme gimme.
These crayfish are named both for their miniature appearance and the delightful paste that their creamed bodies make for infant Mew. Reconfiguring emotional state to grateful, where thank you for your service, report to Stigma 4 for compensatory distribution of pleasing and shiny objects. $990 for the next one. Return of Elita confirmed, elevated levels of static electricity detected, requesting summary of completed mission. Verbal analysis complete. Subject successfully achieved states of agitation and fleeting delusion of corporeal status by means of severe electrocution. Mission success. Nicety protocol engaged. Well done, Elita. Please accept this shiny recompense and lend your services to our cause once more. Transmission received. Delivery confirmed. Mission success. Supplementary information regarding factors such as behavior and appropriate nourishment of Mews remains largely unavailable due to animalcula origin. However, limited data suggests that multitudinous similarities between Ea and Mews. Further demands of Elita's assistance seem highly probable. Accept these compensatory objects and stand by for future orders. Return of Elita confirmed, requesting additional information. Verbal analysis complete. Satisfied, Nanny confirmed, mission success. The true nature of the Mews continues to elude comprehensive analysis. Satisfactory periods of stasis unattainable.
diverting last dragged resources to data acquisition protocols, recommending Elita strengthen her own data acquisition protocols regardless of relative insignificance. Right, so let's see. I need to get 180 from that is 810, I believe. So 810. Let's see. 180. 360. 540, 720, 720, 900. So 5 days and we will have the next rank up. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday will be rank up day. And that will put us up to rank 6. Well, look how far my fisher's gone up already. It's almost caught up with my miner and botanist. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Right down here? Here we go, the latest seasonal quest. Solving etiquette pumpkin pleasures. Ooh, the slash cookie emote. The Adventurers Guild investigator has the look of a man with a plan.
My, what a wondrous surprise it is to see you here this fine autumn eve, my adventurer friend. Your assistance proves most essential to my past investigations, which is why I would again seek your aid. You have my thanks. Now tell me, does a travelling circus troupe known as the Continental Circus ring a bell? Each year, when it comes time for All Saints' Wake, they set up shop here in town, conducting all manner of suspicious activity. Though they appear to be ordinary performers, each and every last member is a most vile and despicable void sent. Under the guise of events and festive merrymaking, they carry out acts both mischievous and malevolent. But worry not, for I have a plan. This year we shall hold an event of our very own, thereby supplanting their modus operandi. A brilliant scheme, would you not agree? The main spectacle will be a costume cortege, but for those without suitable guises, my colleagues at the Alchemist Guild have devised a most ingenious solution. A special concoction that will temporarily transform any individual into a most ghastly visage. That is where you come in. You must transform yourself with our potion and speak with the townspeople to spread word of the event. After giving them a good fright, you will need to dispel the enchantment, thus allaying possible concerns of ill effects from our wondrous brew. A thousand thanks! I have prepared a selection of 4 elixirs for you to choose from, atop the benches beside me. Choose the one that suits your fancy, then go forth and spread word of our costume cortege. When you've finished, let us rendezvous near the Leatherworkers Guild. Best of luck! You'll be transferred into a Galley-Kitten after drinking this concoction. You will be transferred into a Sasquatch after drinking this concoction. You'll be transfigured into a Wraith after drinking this concoction. You'll be transfigured into a Continental Eye after drinking this concoction. I want to be a Galley Cat. Mew, mew, mew. Look at me, I'm so cute. Hey, you aren't the most adorable little thing I've ever seen. But where did you come from? Did you get separated from the rest of your litter? Eek! Who are you? And what have you done with that darling little ball of fur? That was you? I refuse to believe you could have been anywhere near so cuddly and cute. You mean I too can transform into one of those adorable creatures? Then why am I still talking to you? I have a potion to drink. You have spread word of the costume cortege, but more people must know if the investigators' plans to succeed. Transfigure yourself once more and continue promoting the event. Going to be cute, 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 cute. Cute all the way. Needs to be adorables. Adorables. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do I have a girly kitten? Yes. Find a nice velvet spot. There we go. So cute. A flying kitten? Adorable as it is, I hope it's not feral. Oh my, was that you? Goodness, I've never seen such a thing before. Ah, so you're promoting a costume event. If I too can take to the air like an adorable kitten, I should very much like to attend. The townsfolk are abuzz with the costume cortege. Rendezvous with the Adventurers Guild investigator near the Leatherworkers Guild and inform them that all is ready. I cannot drink the potion anymore. You tricked me, game! You tricked me! I want to be cute, adorable. So very sorry to have kept you waiting. I've been gravely busy attending to my own preparations. Tell me, how did you fare? Were the townspeople at all interested in attending the cortege? My, it sounds like they were simply trembling with excitement. And to think those small few wished to transfigure themselves. Oh, what a joyous occasion. That they would simply give themselves so willingly. Why did I ever think to simply take this human form before? Who are you, really? I suppose you've earned an answer for your compliance. I must thank you for being so gullible. I did not realize there was another clown in town. Papa Gruff, my darling, looks like all your hard work has finally paid off. Indeed, my beloved. Proceeds apace. Once I have finished settling matters here, we shall enjoy a magnificent feast. Dear, oh dear, you appear to be confused. While the effects of the potion I gave you lasted only for a short while, the potion we brewed for the townsfolk is much more potent. With but a single sip, none shall return to their original form. We shall harvest the dread that overwhelms their feeble minds when they discover this truth, and use it to summon forth our brethren. Then we shall have our night of devilry at long last. The Gruffs will be the envy of all Voidsent, and live as royalty. All is fallen into place, just as I schemed. The creature is motioning at you hysterically. What could it be trying to say? Ah yes, the investigator from the Adventurers Guild. The fool drank our potion with all the concern of a newborn babe. How fitting he will remain just as helpless for the rest of his days. Even as we speak, the townsfolk are lining up to be transformed, blissfully unaware of the monstrous fate that awaits them. And we owe it all to you. Indeed, you've done jolly good work this day. Oh, my sweet, you've never looked more dashing. Seeing as you have matters here well in hand, I'll return home to our little honeycomb, and ready a feast for my hard-working husband. Well then, I'd best be off to finish my preparations. 'Twill be a night to remember. You poor thing, a lost child at wit's end. Perhaps I can be of assistance. The creature motions at you frantically. If only there's one way you can help it. Why do you look at me with such mistrustful eyes, dear? Your jubilation is quite misplaced. You're in league with Papa Gruff, aren't you? Is this how you always treat newly met strangers? What have I told you? I have a remedy to dispel this enchantment. Here, drink this. Given the situation, I do not blame you for being wary of gifts from a stranger, but I will gladly drink it myself if that should ease your concern. It worked. You have my thanks. Oh, my friend, you are truly a sight for sore eyes. Never in all my years of service have I been so humiliated. I knew those fiends would be up to no good, knew they would take advantage of the season's festivities, as is their wont. Yet for all my vigilance, here I am, their very first victim. Oh, the shame of it all! 'Tis a spear piercing my very soul. But thanks to you, I am free of that foul enchantment. I owe you my life, Miss... I fear you'd sooner forget a name as unremarkable as my own. I am but a passing woman of science. I see. Ahem. May I assume that you're the self-same individual who created the remedy? You may indeed. 'Tis a remedy which has required no small amount of fine-tuning. A frog tongue here, a rat's tail there. But I will spare you the details. Rest assured, the townsfolk, too, shall be returned to their original forms with sufficient dose. As fortune would have it, I made plenty for everyone, in case such a tragedy were to befall the city. Now, if you would be so kind as to distribute the remedy to those in need, Investigator. Understood. I know not your motives, but I'll not look a gift chocobo in the beak. This is the best hand we have to play, and I will accept full responsibility for the outcome, whatever it may be. While I tend to the townspeople, may I entrust you to capture a crafty clown. Stores of the remedy are likely to run dry should they claim too many victims. In that case, I will remain here to assist. Excellent. Once I've administered the remedy to the afflicted, I shall await you in Miketo's amphitheatre. It will be no easy feat to apprehend Papa Gruff. I have no doubt he will be expecting you to come after him. That is why I propose you give him a taste of his own medicine with a disguise. Ideally, the guise should be one dear to him, one whom he would let his guard down around. What's more, I would suggest someone whose appearance you can recall clearly. I can remember Mama's Gruff's appearance clear as day. His love and joy, perfect. He'd never suspect his dear wife. When you're certain his guard's down, give him one of my special cookies. I've baked in an ingredient that will return him to his natural demonic form. Though I wish to do more to help, I am little more than a simple doctor. An adventurer of your obvious talents is far better suited and accustomed to such risky undertakings. When you are ready, I shall provide you with a dose of my own transformative mixture. It shan't be hard to locate Papa Gruff, knowing he prepares for the night of devilry. I suspect he will be waiting for more void scent to gather. As such, he is most likely hiding in the vicinity of the river bank. Out of sight and out of mind, he will no doubt have returned to his guise as the Adventurers Guild investigator, so as to not arouse suspicion. Now, recall an image of his beloved in your mind's eye,
and I shall weave it into reality with the power of alchemy. Remember, once you've found Papa Gruff, use whatever guile you can muster to trick him, then offer him my special treat. Remember, once you've found Papa Gruff, use whatever guile you can to muster to trick him, then offer them my special treat. One eye pink, one eye blue, one eye purple, one eye green. Papa Gruff-esque investigator. Oh, my sweet Snarlberry, I thought you had returned home. Is aught amiss? Don't tell me. Is it because I didn't return your goodbye kiss? You know I'm easily flustered. Besides, my love, our plans would be in tatters should a passerby catch us sharing an intimate moment. I was worried and wished to be certain all was proceeding apace. You came all this way because you were worried about me? Oh, I am not worthy of such a caring succubus. But fear not, your beloved has everything under control. Thanks to that wide-eyed adventurer, the idiot humans are drinking our concoction in droves. You must have worked up an appetite with all this scheming. You always know just what I need, but moments ago I was thinking what I wouldn't give for a snack. I knew you were cunning, but if I didn't know better, I'd say you're a mind reader as well. Oh, stop it. You'll make me blush. For you, darling, I baked up a delicious batch of cookies. Here, have a bite. Cookies, my favorite. Well then, don't mind if I do. Goodness, it smells delicious. Oh, how I love a treat for my sweet. What is this?
What's the meaning of this? Why, you conniving little... You may have put a damper on my plans, but all is not lost yet. If I start again now, I can be ready in time for supper.
Surely you jest. All Saints' Wake is meant for all to partake in and enjoy.
You! It cannot be the great gourd of legend herself.
You poor misguided soul. Gone are days when you might wreak havoc as you please. The truth I will drill into your head, slowly and meticulously, until there is naught else you can think of. Have I frightened you, child? Forgive me, such was not my intention. I only wish for man and monster to enjoy the revelry of All Saints' Wake, in equal measure, nothing more. For a mercy, this mischief-making was brought to a halt, thanks in no small part to your efforts. But if the day's festivities are to be cancelled, despite all we have done, the townspeople would still suffer for his transgressions. He has caused much grief, and I will punish him accordingly. So I ask that you place your faith in me, and allow the festival to continue as planned. There will be no further disruptions, you have my word. I trust you. You have my gratitude. Perhaps you should have praised the real Adventurers Guild investigator of the present situation. He said he would await you at Miyaketo's amphitheater, as I recall. Once you have done so, now come and speak with me. There is somewhere I would like to take you, by way of recompense for the trouble this ill-mannered child has caused. Until then... There we go, I got it. The investigator awaits your report. Pray speak with him. Ah, there you are. You'll be relieved to hear that I finished administering the remedy to the afflicted. But tell me, how did matters fare on your end? So the fiend has reverted to his true and fish form. I see. Well, eccentric though she may be, if the doctor claims she can keep him on a leash, I believe her. And with a surplus of curative potions, I can see no reason why the costume cortege should not continue. I will of course remain vigilant for other disturbances. Your assistance has truly been invaluable, my friend. With this trouble now behind us, I trust you will at least take a moment's respite. Why not spend it donning the guise of a monstrous and mischievous creatures? Lest you wonder, I am quite content to watch the festivities from here. I've experienced enough transfiguration to last me a lifetime. I am dreadfully sorry. You must first speak with my master before I can escort you. The weak doctor is not one to be kept waiting. So you remembered my request. I am pleased. As I mentioned earlier, there is somewhere I'd like to take you, but I'm afraid it's a place not easily reached. When you are ready to depart, pray speak with the usher here, and he will escort you. If you're expecting me to reveal a surprise to you here and now, you are sorely mistaken. Go speak with the usher.
Cheer up, darling. Can I go play?
I was this close. This close. Ah, you must be the guest of honor. If it please you, I shall escort you immediately. I shall take my leave first and make the preparations necessary to receive you. Do not be alarmed by what you see, child. We shall not be far behind. Now, if you would follow me. The Haunted Manor is now accepting guests from Marvelous Masquerade. Shall I escort you to the front door?
Up to something? Me? Never. I am but a fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake. And I can fashion you a very convincing guise for the masquerade. All I need is for you to recall a journey unforgettable. Traverse your memories and tell me what you see. A journey to silence the song of oblivion. Good, good. Now think of someone remarkable you encountered in that time. Someone powerful. Yes, that's it. I hear a man who crossed time and space to protect the star. That will do nicely. Don't worry, this won't hurt much at all. Just close your eyes. What's this? That one? A VR man who travels the world in search of esoteric curios. Ah, yeah, I remember you. A Galilean man determined to restore the broken remains to his homeland. A compassionate Elizabeth woman determined to give children a brighter future. An Elson man who serves as a respected member of the forum. A journey to reclaim the night sky. A harem man who brought the night sky to
A world flooded by light. A cruel Garlean man who serves as a legatus of the Empire. Oh god, I hate that guy. An obstinate Lalabellian woman from distinguished family of beastmasters. Who is that? A Huron man famed for his skills as a beastmaster. A Huron man who keeps his pirate crew in mind and so acting captain. A dainty Huron woman who chose to carve her own fate. A handsome Huron man who fights to protect those he loves. An Elven man who reads the stars as easily as his tomes. A sagacious Nakota woman skilled in magical arts. A Huron man inspired to take up the arms of his Far Eastern allies. A Huron man inspired to take up arms of his Alamican allies. An erudite Aura woman who holds the title of Archon. Garlean man who haunts the servants of darkness. A vindictive hero man of savage and political cunning. Oh God. A hero man of whose strength and compassion made him a legend. A crimson-garbed human woman of fleet and foot and fist. It's gonna be Fleece, I think. Yep. A sweet Ori woman who lives according to her faith. Serena? Yep. An Ori woman of stronger body and stronger will. Yes, I do. A haughty but valorous Ori man with a yearning heart. Ah, little son, little son. Hello, Magni. A devoted Ori woman who has mastered the art of the shinobi. Ah, Yukiri. A dauntless human man of integrity from the Far East. Yen. Unsavory imp. Up to something? Me never. I am but a fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the week, and I can fashion a very convincing device for the masquerade. All I need is for you to recall a journey unforgettable. Traverse your memories and tell me what you see. A journey to end the conflict of 1,000 years. A hero man who turned his gaze heavenward. An Elison man of noble birth, fond of gossip and hearsay. A daring hero man who lives free as a bird. A proud Elsa man unmatched in the arts of the lance. A robed Lalafella moment of intellectual persuasion.
Trail!
A tenacious half-owl is a woman who fights for what is just. A blue-eyed owl is a man with a heart noble and true. A hero man who began life anew in a realm reborn. A loyal Makoti woman who assists a gentleman inspector. Hey Nashi. A Huron gentleman with an irrepressibly inquisitive nature. Yeah. A stunning Makoti woman famed as peerless songstress. A formidable Rogadin man, recognized for his tactical brilliance. A compassionate hero woman who leads a secret organization. An eccentric Makoti man of crimson both hair and eye. A wry and ambitious Garlean man who hates to be outdone. Yeah. A courageous and clever Garlean man admired by many. This will be said. A charming and compassionate Lalafellan lady of noble birth. Yeah, I thought so. A rugged Huron man unmatched by loyalty and valor.
A stalwart Rogadan woman of unshakable conviction. A Padaj woman as gentle and yet indomitable as nature itself. Welcome to my humble abode. Surprised to see I have a home of my own, are you? Even the great gourd needs a place to rest her head. I have never invited a mortal to my home before. Consider this my way of thanking you for ensuring All Saints' Wake could be celebrated year after year, unimpeded. You make yourself at home and stay as long as you like. If you are concerned about Papa Gruff, do not be. He and I have come to an understanding. Some children must simply learn the hard way. Hehehe. You wish to have words? Very well, what would you know? Is your memory fleeting your lifespan, child? I told you before, this is my home. You are welcome to come and go as you please. You need ask. My head is not merely for show. I am the archfiend feared and revered since time immemorial, the great Gourd, who once led legions of darkness, is in fact merely a title held by those in my coven. Each generation the knowledge to control dense to the void is passed down, alongside the appellation. I watch. My ancestors once vowed the void sent to their will as a means to wage war and cause irreparable harm to the world in doing. Remorseful for their actions, they swore to never be complicit in such a tragedy again. We have watched ever since. Our goal is not to harm the minions of darkness, but to educate them, to show them that peace is an option. But I have spoken enough. I had not realized entertaining the guests should be quite thrilling. Beyond here is a place of rest. And I guess this is pretty much it for the seasonal event. I can walk right through the pumpkins, but not through the lamps. I need to find my bin. Should you wish to visit my master's residence, it would be my pleasure to escort you. The Harlequin Guide is eager to put you to work. Hello there, tell me, are you of the delightful costume cortege being held at present? Of course you are, no small few have already joined in the merrymaking, and I dare say you would make a most welcome addition to their number. How about it, raring to give the next person you meet the fright of their life? Wonderful, take your pick from our selection of safely safe concoctions placed atop the benches beside me, and transfigure yourself into the creature of your desire. Then we just talk to someone. A monster! Oh God, a monster! What's it doing here? Hey, you're not a monster, you're just some strange lady. You said you transformed by drinking a potion. I want to try too. I forgot to read this. Bravo! With the aid of volunteers such as yourself, the word of the event shall surely spread like wildfire throughout the entire city. Here, I have a little something for you as thanks. Should you care to spread the word further, you're welcome to return any time. Now off you go, enjoy the festivities to your heart's content. So I've got a fair amount of those now. I can put them in like my rooms or my like house or whatever. Right. Thank you all for watching. Take care, my beloved darlings. Love you all. Bye for now.